Sometimes you can't control who's in your environment, but you can control who has access to your energy. And I think that's important to understand. You can't control how much time you spend with somebody. You can't control how much of a conversation you have with people. And I think it's important to understand that talking is energy. Giving your power and allowing people to have access to your emotions is energy. So learning how to have boundaries surrounding you as a person, but also understanding how to have boundaries surrounding your emotions as well, and not letting everybody get access to you by not taking everything personal and allowing yourself to be the observer is important as well. Instead of giving your time and your attention to people, even when you're away from them, I think it's important to have energetic boundaries to where when you're away from people, they're not taking up your time and your energy because you're thinking about them all the time. And I think that's why being in the present moment is important, because it allows you to be the observer of what you are thinking about consistently, or what you are not allowing yourself to feel, or what you are trying to avoid. And I think that's important to understand, and it also puts you in a space to understand what you really see as important and what is really important. It puts you in a space of being conscious of what is important and what is petty. And I think that's important to understand, to really connect to yourself and be the observer and not the judger, not be in a space of judging everything you think about or feel, but be in a space of just observing and understanding when you are the observer, what triggers are coming up. Like allowing yourself to see the trigger and feel into the trigger if it is strong enough to where it's bothering you too much. So that way you can transmute it into something that works for you, or you can release it and let it go completely. And also doing that with other people as well, like being the observer of your connection with those people and understanding where to place them in your life, not judging them for who they are, not judging them for what they are or what they do, but judging where to place them in your life. I also think the more you become the observer of yourself in a space of, like, I'm reading this book, The Power of Now. I read it over and over again every time I finish it. And in that book, it says to be the cat to a mouse. So how a cat is just observing and watching the mouse move, and being that to your mind, allowing yourself to feel into your body and be in the present moment, and just being the observer of when to take action or when to attack it or when to sit back, because when it comes to cats, they don't eat every rat, they don't eat every mouse, because some mouses and some rats have poison, a certain type of poison that they can't digest. And so in order for them to know that, they have to be the observer to see if it is something that they can eat or if it is something that they can connect to. And I think that's important when it comes to us as human beings, to really become the observer and see if, not in a way of being a predator or anything, but in a way of understanding what is a healthy option for you to actually eat when it comes to food as well, or what is an actual healthy option to be your friend or your partner or whatever the case may be, and not just connecting to it just because it's there for you to have, or not just connecting to it because it's passing by and it's a passing thought, but allowing yourself to be the observer and understanding if it's worth your time and your energy, or understanding that if it's triggering you, it is worth feeling into it and understanding it on a deeper level, or not even understanding it, but just allowing yourself to feel into it so that it can be really transmuted or, released.